What is up, everybody? Holly here, and welcome back to a new adventure of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. So, we are going to get started with this fun adventure. So, if you like to see more videos like this, please make sure you consider hitting that thumbs up button, leaving a comment down below, and as always, if you are not done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel because you are part of this community. And let's begin with a new adventure.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
Launch an attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little...
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
is lost! We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight. Near failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
What an interesting cinematic.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramenas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex
sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bosler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
Alright, so now that we have complete control of our character, we are going to get thrust into a mini tutorial. So Bosch here is going to tell us that to be mindful of our surroundings and use the right analog stick to look around. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to use the left analog stick to move Rex. That's the character that we're going to be controlling for a short period of time, that is. So, just kind of same thing, you're going to move your analog stick around here. Okay, so to some of the basic functions, if you click the left, is it the left? No. Okay, maybe we're not going to be able to. Okay, so for the map, we're not going to be able to pull that up just yet. But if you haven't set, for L1 is going to be like your booster in a sense. So it's going to make you go faster. This will be definitely beneficial for some of the fights. So go ahead and come up here and talk to Bosch here. Okay, so the little smiley face above his head, as it says, we can talk to anybody with that symbol or icon. Alright, so we're going to approach Dalmascan. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Go ahead and talk to him. Okay, so we need to enter the gate here, so go ahead and approach it. And then if we see the exclamation mark or action icon, we'll be able to interact with them. Go ahead and open the gate. Open the party menu using triangle. We can examine our equipment and inventory from here as well. That red line is a hostile target line. Take heed, you're being targeted. When the foe targets you, the line is red, and when you target a foe or an enemy, the line is blue. Okay, so if we approach him, we're gonna select X. Now we can do a multitude of things. We can use attack, magic, or item. So if we hit attack, and we can swap enemies, but there's currently only one at the moment. So the Imperial Swordsman A, we're gonna go ahead and select it, and we're gonna automatically attack, and we'll continue to attack until it's defeated. Now, if you say choose cure and then attack, or use the potion, and then it'll automatically pick up with attack from there on. Okay, so now that we have control of Rex here, if you click on your left analog stick, it brings up this nice little map here in the middle section of your screen, so we can kind of see what's going on here. And then if you hit the center pad, then it brings up a much larger version of your map, and you can kind of scroll through. So you see right here up at the top is our objective where we need to go. Alright, so go ahead and continue on here.
Captain?
Alright, so we are going to have our very first boss fight. Now, this boss fight, you cannot lose. It's impossible to lose. Because there's actually other members in your group that are going to be healing you, so regardless of how low you get. Alright, let's see what we got. We got white magic, black magic. Let's use the thunder magic on him, on the air cutter, and see what that does. So as you can see, I hit attack and it's going to automatically go through. So if we hit L1, or L1 is going to speed everything up. So that works. It almost looks like he's doing a Kamehameha bit.
Adeline, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Tonberry disengaging.
Alright, so we can go ahead and continue on. Go ahead, we'll attack these soldiers here. Turn that off so we can run up. I don't like using this speed function unless absolutely necessary, like in fights. But who's to say I ain't gonna use it in large open fields, but you never know. But you play you do how you would like to play. Alright, so there's no simple way through the fortress. The mini-map at the top of the right. Okay, so that tells you about the mini-map in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so consult your location map by clicking the touchpad button in the center of your controller. So that's what I had explained just a minute ago. And if you still find yourself at a lock, by pressing L3, you'll be allowed you to view your location map. So that was the map that was in the center that we were able to see while we were moving around. Alright, so we're going to move on forward. We're going to go through a new section.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Ozilus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Alright. Now, we do have some goodies we have to go get. So moving forward, we get this lovely cutscene. Okay, so this shows you how to retreat or to run away from your foe. First things first, we're going to cut to the left, and we have this chest here for treasure. And sometimes they're random, so yours may not always be the same as mine, but alright, you got a dropped item. This way, and that's the only chest, I believe. So we're gonna cut here and go up. All right, here we're gonna learn about the save crystal. Now, we can approach it to save by pressing X. And this is also like Final Fantasy X and X-2, where when you touch, like in X and X-2, you got to touch the sphere and it healed you 100%. So this crystal does the same thing. Alright, so go ahead and touch the crystal. Alright, continue on up the stairs.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Alright, so here we're going to get our first solo fight. Should be fairly easy. Just kind of watch your health. And if you need to, use one of your potions. Simple enough. Alright. Start heading up and following along. I think. Nope, not that way. So it's this way. Nope. Alright, through this door here. Going to be where we need to go.
Your Majesty. Captain.
Looks like we have a traitor in our midst.
Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damaska to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent. Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain, traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
All right, so now that we got a little bit of the backstory, we are going to start getting into some of the good stuff here. So we're going to meet the antagonist of the main game here. So that's going to be Vaughn, which is going to be Rex's younger brother that he talked about earlier within the game. So folks, I am going to leave that here for this episode, just because I don't want to make this episode go any longer than what it really has to be. So thank you for joining me, guys, and I will see you in the next episode of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age.